welcome to No Movies in Hell. I'm Chris Geiger.
I'm LaCroix Scott, and today we are reviewing Y2K, a film by Kyle Mooney.
This came out a few weeks ago, several weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
The girl from West Side Story is in it.
Rachel Zegler. And she's going to be the new Snow White in a few months.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Huh. I didn't know there was going to be a new Snow White.
But yeah, that's what happens when the IP is available. And like Disney's like redoing all the classics into live action too.
There you go. I didn't like this movie so much.
Not even like, wow, you're like, I don't like it. So no nostalgic, like, I don't know.
I was in it for that. I was in it for that. But then at a certain point, I was like, no. And the soundtrack I was down with. The characters were very stereotypical. Like the plot was not great. It was just, I don't know. It wasn't compelling.
Not even the Fred Durst.
I was going to say that it was because I feel like someone in there, like, when they were coming up with the idea for this movie was like, I need a way to get Fred Durst. Like they lost a bet. Like somehow you have to get Fred Durst to sing a Wham song, a George Michael song.
But they actually did a cover of that song and it did really well. I think that's what pushed them actually to mainstream before they did the Limp Bizkit stuff. But I really appreciated all the jokes. And Fred Durst was in I Saw the TV Glow, and he was like the dad, and he was just very like this kind of background character. So for him to get back into the Fred Dursting was appreciative. But I had all these nostalgic feels. Like I was like, oh, I remember that, I remember this. But just the whole, like, I guess the C-punk movement of, your 90s, computer and all the windows and all the like thing, all the things. But then also that whole like fear leading up to Y2K and how much money like people spent to do all these things to make it preventative. It's just amazing to me.
It's true. Like, what would be the comparable Y2K for like the present time?
That's a great question.
I mean, I guess it's just like security overall, right? Like how much people invest in
autonomous vehicles. Like self-driving.
Yeah.
Or AI in and of itself, which is very much kind of related to like the whole Y2K thing of like having sentient knowledge-based things tell each other what to do, except for these things are very murderous.
Right.
And you got to find a way to like unplug. And so I appreciate like a lot of the things. Yes, it's a very silly movie. There's tons of, stereotypes and things like that. It was kind of nonsensical because it was only highlighting like its particular school and area, whereas everything seemed to be on fire.
Right.
It was silly. It was fun. It's nothing to take seriously.
Agreed. Let's go to the slides.
You really hated this movie.
This might have been my lowest rated movie of 2024.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I gave it a 2 for costumes because I thought they did a good job, like with the outfitting the characters in things that they would have worn back then. And I gave the soundtrack a 2, but the rest of it, I could take or leave.
Yeah, I agree. It's very like, I just had to suspend all belief in everything. I was really impressed by the costumes and kind of like the callbacks and things like that. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting in a way of like just conjuring up those feelings of things that just kind of like aren't there relative to now, like, taking a cell phone for granted or just like dumb things that you did as a kid. So
Awesome. Do you have anything to plug in this episode?
Nothing to plug, but just a thought of like how many other films will be out like this, because Y2K is literally like 24, 25 years ago. So it's kind of like when you think about like the late 90s and how, you know, the 70s and things like that were just all the rage. And it's like, oh, great. Now you're looking at like 20, 25 years ago is literally vintage. Are, you know, are things going to be done in a way that's like very preserves that time essentially?
Question. One of the movies that I am looking forward to that's supposed to be coming out very soon, and I haven't really heard a ton about, is the new Bong Joon-ho movie with Robert Pattinson,
yes.
Mikey 17.
Yep.
That looks awesome. And it should be coming out like in 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought it was going to be in early 2025. I am very much looking forward to that film.
Yes. So we're getting off to a good start. I feel it. Let's get 2025 going. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.